I'm a copper plate etcher, mainly. And one of the things that I do in order to get the plate ready to be able to etch and print is that I need to bevel down the edges. And the reason for that is that we do not want to cut the blankets on the press. And you'll see that when we actually go and use it. So I use a tool called a deburrer and get all 4 edges. And then when I'm done with that, I move to the next step of degreasing. We use a ground, and the ground doesn't mean the dirt. This is a ground that will keep the acid from eating only in certain places. So this is called Big Baldwin's Ink Ground. Sort of like doing linoleum. A lot of people are most familiar with linoleum. This would be the same way I'm rolling out the ground that you would roll out the ink. Then we end up with a really nice red surface. You'll see that there's no copper showing through. And this will be baked next. After we roll on, we put it in the oven, and it's a convection oven, and it cooks for 12 minutes. And which sounds kind of funny, but it works. And when it comes out, it looks shiny and beautiful. And now this will be impervious to the ferric chloride that we use to etch. And the next step will be to draw it directly into this. Cleaning off this ground, and one of the things I was talking about is how less toxic everything is today than when I was in college doing this. And so we're using a vegetable-based soy salve. That's the line etching. That's how we approach that. And aquatints are like spray paint, like little dots that make then you etch into that. So it makes like shades and some tones. Whether or not we have enough spray, you can see from the outline of the plate. So the next thing we're going to be doing is etching out. We're going to block out part of this where I want to keep it white. So from an aqua tint, you work from light to dark, whereas on the etching, it's dark. You know, wherever you do the lines, that's where your line's going to be. With this, with the shading, with the dots, you're going to end up working. You want the lightest. Then you'll cover that up, and then you put it back in the ferric, and we'll keep doing that process. Here's the plate that we both did the line etching on, and then we just did the aqua tint on top of it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look for some things called stop outs. And what that refers to is that we're stopping out where the ferric is going to etch. We've already seen the lines, and now we're going to do the next part. So I'm going to try and get some texture in here. You'll see in my prints that you'll see at Ocean House, you'll see a lot of the water and skies, and this is how we do that. And everywhere that I'm drawing will stay white or very light. What's called plate tone. When we go to etch, that will stay that same way. So wherever I'm placing this will not etch. It's kind of etching with the aqua tints. This is called step etching. So I'm going to do starting with wherever is blocked out now, wherever the black or the green is, that's where it's going to stay white, or as bright as it can be. Now we know that this is going to be our lightest part, and so now we want to put the next lightest on. And then we'll do one more so that we can see if we can get a really good dark in here. And now that we're finished etching, we take off the backing. And now we just have to clean off the plate. This is another one of those less toxic approaches. We use a formula of washing soda, Arm & Hammer washing soda, any kind of washing soda, 3 cups of that to warm water, and that we take off. We set up a soaking tray for the paper because the paper has to be damp in order for the etching. I add a little bit of transparent base or a little bit of oil, but with this ink this morning, it's working just great. You really want a nice smooth, you don't want it falling off. Now we set the gauges to where we know so we get the right amount of pressure here.